Because I treasure you, the viewership. Okay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Thinking through the proxy cannon shield battery immortal shenanigan. How to beat this? How? But how do we do this? Is the TOS proxy contain a thing now? Yes, it is. Thank you, Roy. Yes, it is a thing now. It's a big part of this matchup. So, if circumstances are thrust upon us, then we must rise to meet whatever occasion. And this is an occasion that may happen to you in your games. The happy little pylon that is placed very, very forward on the map. Oh my goodness. And a gateway. Oh dear. So it took a while to kind of figure out a solution that I liked for this setup. Watching some of Vibe's games, trying out some of my own stuff, seeing other people respond to it. The thing that I like to do here is get a little bit of value from this space before it's under attack. If they cannoned at this location as opposed to this location, then I might shift my base and put it here, or cancel it and then take a base on the map somewhere if I can. That's kind of my game plan here. But I'm making a spine crawler. This is to be able to defend against the first stalker. A lot of times they use a stalker to shoot at some of your stuff and then run back to the shield battery and recover. So a really good point for this strategy is to think about why it's strong and what their goal is. The reason it's strong is because all Protoss units have shields, and shield batteries can recharge them. So even though they don't have a big economy and a great number of units, they can conserve their units and keep building up their army value, even though it's just one base economy. There is a base behind this, which is kind of noteworthy. We'll find out about that later. But for now, I don't really have a great sense that it's going to be a two-base play. This is very much in my business. I tried to use the spine crawler to kill a cannon. If you have a queen and a spine, you can trade some of the queen's HP and then use the spine to beat the cannon. But in this case, the shield battery recharged it, so that was a mistake for me to try and move that forward. I did sneak a drone out on the map here, but the opponent did figure that out. So I decided to expand somewhere else. I'm gonna expand down here. I guess I could have just taken this base. There's not really anything from stopping me from doing that. But yep, the immortal count is going to be building up. Often this leads into disruptors. Generally it's going to be either Immortal Prism with some disruptors or Void Rays. Those are the two most common things. That's not to say they couldn't go for a big gateway attack, but generally speaking, it's going to be going for those really expensive units like Immortals and Void Rays and stuff. So here there's a little bit of a dance, right? Where they try to move forward and attack you and get some value from their damage, and then run home and get some value from their shield batteries. This is part of why Ling Speed is a really important upgrade in this scenario. Ling Speed and having some Lings, for one, allows you to save on gas, so you can make Ravagers, which are better units than Roaches against this, and it also allows you to catch stuff that overextends. So this was an overextension. If I had Roach Ravager, I could not surround this Immortal, and the Immortal would get back to these shield batteries and get healed back up to full for its shields. So that was a really big pickup there, killing that Immortal. The opponent is probing up their two bases. I don't have great vision of that, but I am working on a Nidus play. I plan to Nidus the main of the opponent. They would prefer to be working with these shield batteries here, which are static investments. These shield batteries can't also be used in the main. So the opponent sees the Nidus in the main, and they recall the probes. So when I see this, I know there's a hidden base, because this is fully walled off. So they can't just run the probes to a different base. They must have teleported them somewhere. So I don't know where the base is, but I do know that there is a base on the map. And that's fine. I have another base that I can mine from. I'm pretty stable against this. They're kind of threatening, but I'm not really in too much trouble here. I have a lot of army value. So I just kept my Queen Roach Ravager defending the natural, and I have my Lings killing this base in the main. Pretty good. So now the opponent is knocked to one base. They have tons of probes, but they can't mine efficiently from it. That's good for me. So the Lings scouted this. So from here, I'm going to drone up some and get into Hydra tech. Hydras are nice against Void Rays. Queens are good too. Queen Hydra is even better than either of them on their own. Void Ray goes directly over to this Nidus. What a god. What a god. So the Lings see this base. Nidusing around. Doing the dance with this big heap of Protoss stuff. Hydras are being rallied into the Nidus. So now I'm using my Roach Ravager to defend and my Queen Hydra to attack. Defense and attack. Attack and defense. Expansions. Droning a hidden base. There's a lot going on in this kind of game, and it's going to feel very unstable and off balance because you have a bunch of stuff in places where it normally isn't, and you're attacking with kind of small strike teams that aren't really a big proper army, but they can get a lot of work done before the opponent can fully saturate their bases and stabilize. So Queen Hydra's fighting. I saw them bring this stuff, so I brought the Roach Ravager as well, the power of Nidus. I have Hydras here. I can't push in and kill these Void Rays because they're being healed by shield batteries. So I'm going to get some drones. Get some drones, build some spores. That's good. That's good. Spores. Spores against air. Spores deal really, really high DPS to air units, which is wonderful. So we'll make some. 3 spores. This base is getting droned. I have a queen here. This base is getting droned. I'm making queens from all my bases. And that's basically the game. I've created a win condition here by making a contain that they can't break out of. All their probes are stuck in there. No, there's one here. So they could expand more, but it's going to be getting worse and worse for them. So those matches are basically going to be kind of a mess every time. It's kind of like Protoss chooses to fight dirty, so you fight dirty, and that's just how it goes. It's like boxing, except instead of having a boxing match with the regular boxing rules, it's like, okay, only punches below the belt. What is one thing for under $100 that I